Hello everyone, welcome to this episode Before the Battle. In this episode I'm going to do a review on my tipx. I've had this pistol for about a year now, and it's actually served me quite well. So some things you can obviously see that I've done with it is I've put the remote line attachment on. Well, that's pretty much it. I did buy a First Strike Breach, but I have the stock one. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. It's still the circle one. But I did have the First Strike Breach, but it didn't work properly with it, so I stuck with the stock one, which is completely fine by me. I'm not going to be sniping people. Some things I do like about it is that because of the non-CO2 cartridge in the mag, it's located right up here up front. That's just popping a CO2 cartridge. Due to the fact that it's not in the mags are cheaper. I believe they're like 15 bucks each. That's Canadian. And also the one that has a CO2 cartridge in there, it's actually really well balanced. Right now it's a little bit front heavy because I don't have a CO2 cartridge or a mag full of paint. The magazines hold 7 rounds. Right, and it's a nice small grip. I got large hands, and then so my hands fit comfortably with it. Got a nice trigger pull, and it's actually really nice because when you load a CO2 cartridge, like a fresh one, it's actually not punctured until the first trigger pull. And so when you first pull the first trigger, it'll be a little bit stiff, and then you'll hear the gun air up, and then after that you're clear to shoot. Alright, and the magazine release is located right here. My finger's covering it, so right there. So you can just push it down and release the mags. The mags are, due to the design of them, with the springs in them, you can actually, when you hit the mag release, it'll actually pop out. So that's really nice. You can also upgrade the front breech or the front block here for the pistol and just put a Lapco makes one, and it's a tactical rail for lights. You have these windows on the pistol. There's 3 on this side and then 3 on this side, and then there's 1 on the top here. I've never been able to see down them, even on a bright sunny day, and even when this gun was brand new, I couldn't see in them, so oh well. On the front of the gun here, we do have a Picatinny rail, so you can attach lasers, flashlights, and even front grips if needed. You can even buy them in tan, olive drab, and black, like this one. When I bought it, I got the player's package, so it gave me 3 magazines right off the bat and a holster. The holster was junk, to be honest. Like, it just kept on getting loose on my leg, kept on flapping about. So I went down to my local paintball store and I bought this. It's a multi-fit holster, and but made by Condor. It's got the ATAX FG. I'm a big fan of that. I think it looks a lot like the Rebels uniforms in the last Star Wars movie. Off the top of my head, I can't think about what movie that is. Right, and it's really nice because it's got rubberized texture here on the leg straps. If you guys can see that. And it doesn't slide. I have it snugged really tight on my leg, and it won't bounce around. And it has a 2-stage hood. It's got the snap right there, and then it's got a Velcro one. Usually when I'm walking around off the field, in the pits or safe area or whatever you want to call it, I'll have both of these done up. Then when I get on the field and I'm actually going to use the pistol, I'll take this piece off, secure it down there, and leave just the snap. So when I'm ready, I'll actually just use my thumb to come down and actually push the snap off, and I can draw my pistol and use it. Or if I go to holster my pistol to run or carry the objective or whatever, I'll actually just use the Velcro to hold it in place, and it does a really nice job of that. So kudos for Condor for making such a great holster. It is back to the pistol. The pistol is a spool valve design, so it's got a regulator in the back. It's got a spool valve, and when you pull the trigger, it just pushes the bolt forward, sending the ball, then it will return, kind of thing. I have, depending on what type of weather it is, and because of the regulator and the CO2, depending on what type of temperature, I've actually had roughly about, I'd say, probably about close to 25, maybe even 30 shots from one CO2, but that was on a really hot day. So yeah, it's pretty good on air. It's unlike a Tiberius where every time you eject the mag, you'll lose like 2-3 shots out of each CO2 cartridge. Right, and it's easier to change mags and not give away precision, because with this Tiberius, when you eject the mag, you hear the whole of the gun degassing, and then when you reinsert it, it gasses up. So it's really nice. And of course, I am a big fan of Tippmann. I have the Tippmann A5, heavily modified, and then of course I got the Tippmann tipx, and I'm actually planning on getting a X7 Phenom soon. Right? So this has been a review on my Tippmann tipx. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a good day.